Welcome to Financial Strategies with Andrew and Daniel Adjemi, powered by the Retirement Income Store and brought to you by Adjemi Financial Strategies in Guilford, Connecticut and Denver, Colorado.
Many people today have options available to them to retire. Some corporations are hiring, firing, prematurely retiring people today because of COVID and other things going on. And people are faced with, do I retire? After 59 and a half, many people have the option to be able to take money out of 401ks or other plans. Sometimes people have pensions available to them. This may be a good time for some people to take the option and just retire. Some companies are giving people options. People are thinking, well, COVID is making work no fun anymore. I don't want to work from home. I miss seeing people. People are dying, whether it's because of the lack of social interaction or it's from that COVID disease or whatever the case may be. They're killing themselves, they're dying. There's a lot of things going on in this world. It's a good time to retire for those people that want to. And some people, they just want to spend more time with their grandkids, with their family, with their loved ones. Some people are getting sick and they want to spend time with them while they can. So my question to you and our listening audience is, are you one of these people? Is it time to retire? I'm Andrew Adjemi.
I'm Daniel Adjemi, and you're listening to Financial Strategies. Today, our subject is the three-legged stool to retirement. We're trying to give retirees and investors an edge on how they can set up these stool legs so that they can have the income streams that they need to be successful in retirement.
Exactly. And Daniel, we've talked about Social Security, we've talked about pensions, and we want to talk about 401ks and personal savings, that kind of thing. But one thing we haven't spoken about is, there's some people in our audience that have real estate, and they have rental real estate where they're getting income from their rental real estate. That's all well and good too, So a fourth leg to the stool, if you already have Social Security, pension, and other savings, having real estate income, hey, there's nothing the matter with the fourth leg. And some people don't have pensions, but maybe they have real estate income or they have some other kind of income from that. And if you don't have that, then you have to depend upon your personal savings, meaning Social Security and your personal savings. Well, within personal savings, you can set some of that up like a pension if you're so inclined. And there are options available. This is a great time for people to being able to retire. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen in our economy. We don't know what things President Biden is going to say or laws that he's going to institute or any of these things. If you've been listening to our show for any period of time, you understand how Daniel and myself understand that there's things in the background in our economy and the Fed and so forth that could come out at any point in time and change life as we know it today. I mean, look at last year, last March, COVID came out and changed life as we had known it previous to that. And we're getting somewhat used to that and changing things. But another thing like that, another situation like that could happen again that would and could change everything. Are you prepared for that?
Yeah, so let's talk about some of the options, some of the things that people can do for either that third leg. You want at least three legs to that retirement stool. So you mentioned real estate could be a fourth. Real estate income, that's the fourth leg would be good. But some people don't have a pension. Maybe some people are not collecting Social Security. But hopefully the fourth leg isn't, or a third leg isn't having a part-time job. Some people do that in retirement.
You're right.
But that could be one. But our goal would be to help our clients so they don't have to have that as one of the options. Some people look at that because it adds a little bit more purpose to their life, and purpose is a really important thing in life, but in retirement, because you need something to live for. So hopefully you have family and things like that are important to you. But today's show is not on that, although we find that very, very important, is to help people who are in retirement have have a purpose to keep them going. It's interesting seeing what COVID has done for people in that. But So we were mentioning building your own pension, building your own guaranteed income stream. And there's a few different ways people could do that. It goes into that good old equation, right? TR. So if you got a piece of paper, you're listening, you're watching this, take the piece of paper and write down TR equals I plus G. And so that TR stands for total return. And the I is income and the G is growth. So most people are investing cool. Most people are investing for that G, for the growth. And that is a good thing when you're saving money and you're accumulating over time. But when you retire and when you start talking about this retirement stool, you need the I. And income, that would be like Social Security, that would be a pension. But typically there's no G in that I when you're talking about Social Security and you're talking about pensions. You give in a pension, typical buyout offer, you give all your money to an insurance company, to an employer, to whoever's managing that money, and they give you a paycheck. There's no growth. You can't get any growth. So there's some hybrids where you can get you invest for the I, but you can also get some of the G. And people love these things. These are really cool things. Um, you could do it through investment vehicles, but the one that we're talking about with guarantees and is very similar to a pension would be different types of insurance companies have different types of annuities or income riders or things like that. So for one of those stool legs, if you're missing one of those things, you can have still growth potential and you can participate in market growths, but you're locked into this payment. You're locked into a payment, so you can depend upon that. And we find people liking to use these for a portion of their income needs if they don't have enough already. If they don't have, say, $1 million piece of real estate that they can get $50,000 or $60,000 a year off of that. This is something that it puts the power back into your hands because you keep your principal while you have an income stream compared to if you're using a pension is a great thing, but like that Rhode Island pension, you don't have control over what they invest in. It's not your money anymore. Whereas if for some reason when you're doing this self-directed, if you don't like what the insurance company's doing, you could always say, all right, see you later, I'm taking my money. You still have the power.
Yes, and the thing about what you're referring to, that these options that they have, that you have with creating your own pension, will also make sure that you don't disinherit your your heirs from that standpoint. If that's important to you, some people don't care. Some people are very inclined to making sure something pass on. I want to let you know that you're listening to Financial Strategies, and today's topic is the three-legged stool of retirement. We have to go with today's show, the companion piece called The Seven Risks to Your Retirement. And we want to make that available to you. You can have that by calling 800-725-7616 now, 800-725-7616, The Seven Risks to Retirement. Daniel, when we're talking about these 401ks or IRAs or Roth IRAs or any kind of retirement savings as the third leg to the stool, it's important that people are investing those in the proper fashion, right? Some people are investing them for accumulation when they need income. Some people are investing them for income when they could they might want to be able to get some accumulation out of it. It depends what people's purpose is, dependent upon if they should be investing those for performance or not. And this is something we're not getting real specific here or anything because we don't know enough about you and our listening audience to recommend anything or to say anything specific. But the key here is that there are many different options, and if you're so inclined to be able to understand that, we'd be glad to speak you off there to talk about your specific situation, be able to give you a little bit more accurate, because we certainly don't want to commit malpractice on our end by recommending some things. But there's a host of different things that people can do with their 401ks. The big question is, are they investing it in the way that it's going to be there and be able to be stress free? You know, Daniel, you mentioned the TR equals the I plus the G. And for some people, they don't have enough income, so they need to invest their 401k for income. Some people have enough income, so they can invest their 401k for growth. But if you don't have enough income, if you want your retirement to be stress free and make sure that you have the retirement to live the rest of your life, and if you want your retirement to be stress free, invest for the I, not the G. Well, that's the key to be able to understanding how to put that together. Wouldn't you say so, Daniel?
Yeah, I think that is one of the best takeaways from the show is to focus on that and to realize that you need at least three of those stools, and you can build one of those or two of those yourself, or get somebody that knows and understands those to help you build one. But it's not going to happen by happenstance. You know, a retirement savings that when you need it the most disappears, right? That's not a reliable leg as part of the stool. So we want to encourage people right now. Right now is a really good time to look at your options, especially if you've been thinking about retirement. Your company is offering you a retirement letter. Think about these. Do you have all three? And if not, how can you get one of the ones that you're missing?
Exactly. Exactly. If you want some help with that, please let us know when you call 800-725-7616. I see that our show is coming to an end today. You've been listening to Financial Strategies with Andrew and Daniel Adjemi, because people don't know what people don't know. Today's topic has been the three-legged stool of retirement. We hope that you've gotten something out of it. If you'd like to give us some feedback, we'd love to have that at 800-725-7616. If you'd like to have if you'd like to talk about us off the air about any particular topic or specifics for your situation, let us know that as well at 800-725-7616. Well, I want to let you know that today we're giving away the companion piece to our show, 7 Risks of Retirement. And you can call that by calling that same number. And we also have for the next 5 callers the book by David Scranton, founder of the Retirement Income Store, The Retirement Income Story. Easy read book, only about 150 pages or so. And it's not in financialese, it's in regular day English, and it will help you to be able to be prepared and give you some more information so that you can know what you need to know to be able to make smart, wise decisions. Appreciate you listening to us today. And this book's available to the next 5 callers. If you haven't checked out our website at agemi.com, agemy.com, please do. There's a lot of good information there. Daniel, what do you have to say to our listening audience before we leave?
Well, remember that in retirement, it doesn't happen. A successful retirement doesn't happen by accident. Just like a professional athlete or Olympian, they have to train and prepare to be successful. You need to start looking before the day of retirement to make sure that you are successful in retirement.